A young woman was murdered in the basement of her own home, and the boyfriend who called the police was listed as a suspect. This was a real bloody case that happened in 1978 in Wood River, Illinois. 22-year-old Carla and her boyfriend had just moved into this love nest, full of hopes and expectations for the future. That day, Carla was on the phone with her best friend, showing off her new home. Suddenly, there was a knock at the door. Before hanging up, she said, "Someone's here." This sentence became the last testimony she left in this world. That evening, her boyfriend Mark came home from work and discovered Carla's body in the basement. Her hands were tied behind her back, and her head was submerged in a bucket of water. Mark was devastated with grief, but he was listed by the police as the prime suspect. However, Mark had a perfect alibi. At the time of the murder, he was working 20 miles away. The investigation reached a dead end. The police questioned dozens of suspects, including a tough man whose advances Carla had rejected, and even her misbehaving stepfather, but found nothing. The case was shelved for 2 years, until a newly appointed prosecutor brought in a legendary figure from the FBI, John Douglas. With only a few crime scene photos, Douglas produced a killer profile. The murderer was a white male aged 25 to 30 with electrical work experience and living near the crime scene. Based on this profile, police focused on a person who had almost been forgotten, the next-door neighbor, John Prantey. 2 years earlier, he had even called the police himself, claiming he was a witness. What finally sealed his guilt was that the bite marks from his teeth perfectly matched the marks found on Carla's body. The truth was that Prantey had harassed Carla, and after being rejected, killed her in anger. The most terrifying thing is that the neighbor who greeted you every day was the murderer.